I'm going to start at the beginning because some of the stuff that happened in the beginning has actually led to me be standing here today as well, and you don't realise you're in the middle of that cycle until others point it out to you. But I started my first business, the Specials Laboratory, in 1999, and it was really sort of right place, right time, a set of circumstances. I was running a business for someone else. I'd done a business plan to grow it. They decided they didn't want it anymore, they were going to sell it. And I was sitting there with a business plan that I'd spent a few months writing, thinking, well, I know this is going to make money. I went home and thought, God, that's no good, what am I going to do now? But actually my dad at the time said to me, well, why can't you do it yourself? And I said, I can't. And he went, well, why? I didn't have a good enough answer. And I thought, well, I can. I just can't, I'm not going to buy an order book, so I'll start myself from scratch. And I effectively mortgaged my house at the time and started up Specials Laboratory.
The event was about listening to someone who has been there, seen it, done it, worn the t-shirt, running a business, being an entrepreneur, and then coming out the other side of it and being successful.
In about 2002-ish, I sort of decided I'd step outside my business then, and I realised I probably should do something called marketing. And the reason I'm telling you this little bit, because I think it's very important in scale up and very important for the outside world, and not just customers, but the region, to see how well the business was doing. And actually it was primarily to say, look, we're a very substantial business and we're always going to need to recruit, and it helped that recruitment profile. I never intended to sell. I didn't start a business up intending to sell, but I actually fell out of love with my customers. I stopped having the right sort of conversation with customers about doing more trade and everything. There was a whole load of weird and wonderful underhand things going on that I was very uncomfortable about. It was one of my biggest customers who said, we quite fancy buying you, are you up for it? Well, I'd had loads of approaches and I went, do you know what, I just might be.
The thing that everybody got from it was hearing someone that had been through the entrepreneurial journey, come out the other end in one piece, successfully, but not unscathed. I think that was really genuinely inspiring to hear someone who had some failures along the way, learnt from them, picked herself up and went to huge success from there, basically.
I think the things that I gleaned and gathered was right place, right time, the ability to take risks, and also the fact that in some respects you have to be ruthless in the decisions that you take.
I've sat in my business and run it, built one from the ground up and exited. I have funded another one and I've acted as a true non-exec. I've allowed an exec team to go at it and I've lost everything effectively, but I've experienced what that feels like. So if I look at it from a perspective of the sector in the region and the employment and the opportunities, then the stuff that I created and the stuff that I wanted to do actually has had a long-lasting effect and a legacy effect. Because I do believe in giving back, and I think it's really important. And there's a region, the Tyne and Wear Northumberland Foundation, which I chair, is by a country mile the largest in the UK. Not only that, the largest outside of North America. We have over 80 million under endowments, and we give grants of around about 6.5 to 7 million a year into the community. What we find and what the research often can show is that self-made wealth, entrepreneurial wealth, that's where a lot of the giving comes from. We look at those big institutions and big foundations and trusts. And I said one of the things I wanted to do was to talk to people who didn't know about the foundation. I'd like to have conversations with people who've never heard of us and raise awareness. So this is one of the opportunities to do that, and it sort of comes in nicely, sort of full circle again.